Were you nervous when you proposed?
I wasn't nervous until the second she walked in, and then I was like, oh, I was like, what the Yeah, one time me and Ed Sheeran wrote the album Divide on a cruise. They gave us a studio space, but we were sharing it with this old lady who was like playing the piano. I know when I wake up, we're both thinking the same thing. We're like, oh, how can we make each other's day better?
What's up, man? Benny Blanco.
Benny Blanco, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hi.
I hope you enjoy. I'm wearing a Taco Bell shirt today.
I love that.
So one of my biggest brags in life is I was invited to the Taco Bell headquarters to try unreleased items at one point. I did bring Tommy with me, and it was life-changing. I know you've done some big stuff, but pretty awesome, right?
What was your favorite thing?
The favorite thing we tried, well, first off, my favorite thing that they've put out recently is the nacho fries. I just love those, and I got to meet the maker of it there, which was, like, incredible. I was like, oh my gosh.
Life legend.
Tommy, what were some of the items that we had debuted?
There's the Cheez-It.
The Cheez-It. We got to try the Cheez-It thing first.
I tried that. That was crazy.
That was a good one, yeah.
That was crazy.
I think some empanada thing as well. But
and like the variations of the fries.
Yeah, different variations of the fries. So it was one of the coolest things ever.
How was the empanada?
The empanada was great. And I forget what it was. Was it chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were trying to chicken empanada because they had the caramel apple one that they took away.
Yeah.
And I'm still sore about that.
How often are you having Taco Bell?
Me, at least once a week.
Yeah.
But it can be more easily. I really just genuinely love Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Because you love Taco Bell.
I love my fiance really loves Taco Bell.
Biggest complaint though, Taco Bell, you got to fill the cheese up more.
I know, it's
what
crazy.
The heck?
The fries with the cheese is insane.
It's which is deliciously insane, but also insane how quickly all the cheese is gone.
There's like enough cheese for like 3 chips. I want to pile it.
You proposed with Taco Bell bags, didn't you?
I did have it next to it. I knew that was her favorite thing.
And speaking of you two, you just dropped the song.
If I broke your heart, would you take me back? If I broke my arm, would you sign my cast?
Which is so good. I've listened to it so many times since yesterday, I guess. Which,
oh my God, you're so sweet.
Thank you. But you've announced an album. You guys are collaborating together for this. What can you kind of say? So I said I love you first. It's the name of the album.
She actually said I love you first.
Oh, secrets out. When was it? Where was it?
Well, hers was actually crazy because the first time it happened, she had she had hand surgery, and she has a plate in her hand now because she fell and broke her hand in a million pieces. And as she was coming out of the anesthesia, she was just like, "I love you," and I was like, what? And then she was like, "I love you so much," and I didn't say anything because I was like, you can't have that be the first time. So I I was like, oh babe, and put her to bed. And then one time she was with friends and she was talking and talking to me on a voice note, and she's like, oh, we wish you were here, we love you, and then just put it in yeah. And then there was so many times where she almost said it. She'd be like, can you pass me the pickles, I love you, what? She was just little sneak-ins. And then we finally said it to each other in New York one night. And it's so crazy because before you say it, there's this whole thing leading up to it. Then after you say it, you're how have we not said this 9 million times? It feels weird to not say it now. I like your subtle silencer of the phone.
Hey guys, I don't know what you're talking about. I think I got it. Let me just check now that the cat's out of the bag.
He silenced his phone. Are you 80 years old? I always wonder when people have anything else besides a vibrate or a silence.
Wait, why? What did I have?
It was
that was the typical one.
No, but why do people have a sound? Why do you need a sound?
The only reason I did was literally to make sure when anyone arrived here today, I could hear it and make sure I didn't miss people saying, oh, we're out at the door.
Do you usually have a vibrate?
Yeah, I never have sound on. And my mom always does. And I hate it. We'll be out in public, and she's just...
Yeah, but you have sound on now.
It's off. I just turned it off. It was a temporary issue. I promise.
I don't know about it.
It was for you to get you in the door on time.
I don't know about
But so the album, well, just you guys in general, you guys have worked together for so long, and to see what it's been able to grow into, when that shift happened or when the relationship kind of grew, what's that kind of been like?
Honestly, we knew each other for so long, but there was never it was never oh, I always knew. It just one day just switched. And literally when we were on our first date, I didn't even know we were on a date. And then she was like, oh, I would have worn something different to this date. And I was like, we're on a date? Like, I was like, I'm like living in like Clueless. Like, I'm like Alicia Silverstone in Clueless. I had no idea I was in love. And then honestly, we just immediately started hanging out all the time. And it just came so easily. Like, I always thought, like, I was like, oh, I met the right person a million times in my life. It's so, so different. Like, everything just works always. And it's like, I know when I wake up, we're both thinking the same thing. We're like, oh, how can we make each other's day better? And if you're doing that in a relationship, then
lifting each other up, supporting each other.
Oh my God, it's like there's like no ego, there's no competition. Like, we both just like love each other and want to see each other win and want to like have fun and make each other giggle.
That seems like the dream situation. I hope for that one day, but I'm so happy that you found that.
You'll get it.
Thanks, man.
You'll get it. I feel it. You're like a cute guy. You go to Taco Bell.
You guys hear this up? Putting that up on Tinder.
He has a not silent phone, so
I
don't know if he's really like
red
marriage
flags.
material, guys.
You can fix me. I swear.
Someone can
guys
fix you.
You guys can fix me. But what was it like writing the album with you guys? Because you're together more than I'm sure you'd ever been with someone in the process of making an album.
I loved it. It really like. Honestly, I learned so much. I was like, whoa, we're so good at communicating. I feel like it made our relationship even better, too. And I was so scared. And I, like, at the beginning, I was like, if this doesn't go right, like, we'll just stop whenever. You know, we didn't even know if anyone was going to hear this. We were just, like, doing this because we thought it was a cool idea.
And was that the plan? Was, hey, let's go in and make an album together where
kind of. We were.
A bit of our story?
We were just in our bedroom, like we were just in our house. It wasn't like now bring in the record producers and bring it. Like, we just like, she would have like a dream and I'd be like, well, what did it say in the dream? And I'd like write it down and then we'd go in the studio and make a song and then it just would happen.
'Cause how could they love you as much as I do, as much as I do?
So you did that track with Finneas.
We did.
What was it like hopping back with him and cranking this one out?
We did. We actually did a few things on Selena's album together. I mean, he's great. I write with him so much. I've written like 9 million things with him. Like, the crazy thing is most people don't know this, but like, I'd say 90% of what you write like never comes out or sees the life of day. Like, we've probably written like 30 songs together or something, and I think we've only had like a handful of songs come out. We've had like 3 or 4 songs come out, but it's just all about like timing, right place. And you know, he was such a big fan of Selena's growing up, so it's really cool to have that like come full circle. And Finneas is, you know, one of the best writers and producers in the world. And it's like, I'm just honored anytime he wants to do anything. And I was like, literally one day I was like, hey, you want to do something for this?
And he did.
He was like, yeah. It was like nothing was like planned. There was no like, on January 13th, we're going to go in the studio. It was just like, hey, you want to like come over for a little bit? Like, and I really liked that like organic process.
I think, yeah, when it's more natural and there's no pressure and you're both in the mood and you want to do it on, I think that's the best way to do it, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
My sister, she's a big fan of both you and Selena.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, hey, I'm chatting with Benny. Should I ask anything? I got to pull up the text she sent me because it was so.
Oh, she sent a text?
Yeah, and I'm a triplet. She's my triplet sister. We both love.
Wait, you're triplets?
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh.
Identical or fraternal?
Fraternal. But we both love Only Murders in the Building.
Okay.
And she, for Christmas one year, got me a hoodie of the podcast on that show, the logo of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I love Dave, by the way. That's what really introduced me to your personality and you as a person beyond just the name and the music you've done. So props to both of you. But here's what she said. I said, I'm interviewing Benny Blanco tomorrow. Let me know if there's anything I should ask. You're going to love him. He's a sweet, silly, kind of like a hidden gem. You need to watch his house tour. He has a movie theater room with like a candy store in it.
That's true.
Maybe ask what movie he likes to watch or what candies he likes to stock up on. And he had a scary experience on a plane, so he doesn't fly anymore and take ships overseas.
Wow.
So
how does she know everything?
I have never. My sister, she's a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
She's not, as far as I know, into pop culture or music or stuff. And that
Seems like
response,
she's very into pop.
That was so unlike her that I was like, what?
Hey everyone, Nick Major here with the Spout Podcast, and I really quickly wanted to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Zippix nicotine-infused toothpicks. That's Zippix. Now, if you're someone who's looking for a discreet, convenient, and really effective way to curb those nicotine cravings, let me tell you, Zippix is a game changer. Forget about smoking or vaping, because with Zippix, you can get your nicotine fix anytime, anywhere, with zero hassle. Seriously, these toothpicks are perfect for when you're stuck on a flight or a sports event or even at a restaurant, places where smoking or vaping is a no-go. They've got 6 awesome flavors that I love. They have long-lasting taste, and you can pick from either 2 milligram or 3 milligram nicotine options. Plus, Zippix is one of the most cost-effective nicotine products out there, and they are made right here in the good old US of A. And if you're not into nicotine, they've got you covered. Zippix also offers caffeine and B12 infused toothpicks for when you need an energy boost. It's like a little pick-me-up in your pocket, a little tooth pick-me-up in your pocket. See what I did there? That was funny. Hundreds of thousands of people are already using Zippix to get their nicotine fix without the smoke or vape, and I am all for it. So if you're ready to ditch the cigarettes and vape pens, give your lungs a break and try Zippix nicotine-infused toothpicks today. Head on over to Zippix Toothpicks. Again, that's Zippix, zippixtoothpicks.com, and use code SPOUT, SPOUT, at checkout to get 10% off your first order. Trust me, your lungs will thank you. And remember, you must be 21 or older to order, and a quick heads up, nicotine is an addictive chemical. Zip more, smoke less with Zippix nicotine toothpicks.
Can I ask what happened with flying and why you don't like to fly?
Yeah, I stopped flying. Oh my God, so long ago. Probably 2009. It was the same time. It was exactly the same day that plane went into the river, like Sully. You know the one.
The Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, so it was exactly that same day.
Okay.
Then now my phone's ringing, but look, I just go.
I wouldn't even know because it's quiet.
Done.
I didn't even know.
Done. Stopped it. He didn't even hear it on there. You didn't, did you?
Tommy, can you confirm?
Yeah. Tommy heard.
Did you hear mine?
Yeah. He said you.
God.
You suck.
Back to these planes.
So basically, I was on a plane, and I just had like a really bad. It was like just like the worst flight, and then I had like a bad flight immediately, like the same day, and then
Bad flight turbulence or.
It was. I don't want to scare people away from flying. It wasn't a good flight, but I survived. And then, I battled with it for a little while, and then I started driving back and forth anytime I had to go to LA or New York, and then like I started taking boats to Europe.
How long does it take to boat to Europe?
Oh my God! Well, first you have to get to New York, and then once you get to New York,
Once you drive to New York.
Last
week I just did a Disney cruise. It's a pretty cool life, the cruise life, but
cruise life is very cool.
Where
were you?
We went down from Florida to the Bahamas.
Oh my God!
Because Disney owns their own island in the Bahamas, so they take you there for the day.
Was it cool?
Yeah, it was really dope. And we went to Disney World as well. That was rad. When you're doing a 7-day trip, is it just like a cruise ship type deal that you're getting on?
Yeah, one time me and Ed Sheeran wrote the album Divide on a cruise. It was crazy. They gave us a studio space, but we were sharing it with this old lady who was like playing the piano. And so like anytime she wanted to practice, we had to stop. So we would be like in the middle of writing like
it was going to be a huge hit. And
yeah, literally like in the middle of writing Castle on the Hill. This old lady. So we're like in the middle, like could be like we were making. I remember one time we were actually making Happier. This would have had her on.
What were you and Ed doing on a cruise together? On a boat.
He wanted to finish the album in Europe, so I told him the only way I'd go is if we took a cruise. And then he said, okay, let's do it. And nice. I thought he was lying, and then we did it. I've done it so many times. It's so stupid.
How many times do you think you've done it?
Probably like 6.
Oh, that's not
round trip, so 12 times.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that becomes a lot.
And then, yeah, you're literally on the Titanic. On like day 2.5, they're like, this is where the Titanic sank.
Does anybody want to take a submarine to it?
Yeah,
to check it out.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. And then I like flew like a handful of times, and then the last time I flew was for my music video in 2018 for Eastside.
Okay.
I'm on like a big plane. And that was the last time I flew.
She used to meet me on the east side in the city with the sun on set. And every day you know that we ride through the back streets of a blue Corvette. Maybe you know know I just wanna.
So do you see yourself doing it again ever, or is that just
I
not-
want to.
Mhm.
I want to. I'm such a loser.
No, you're not. You're not at all. I think any fears like that it's understandable.
I drive back and forth. It's crazy. I drove like a month ago to New York, and I'm doing it again in like 2 weeks.
Do you write songs when you drive? Like, are you recording ideas ever, and you're like, oh, that was cool?
Sometimes I've written a bunch of songs on buses, but like no, mostly we're just like chilling, eating food, playing video games.
Nice.
Like, and then like going to cool places. Like I visit my friends all over.
And just you end up writing songs.
No, but just chilling.
Oh, just chilling,
writing
okay.
songs. I'm
Kidding.
like hanging out with my friends all over.
I can't because what's you've driven to Louisville, so you know those are big drives.
Where are you from?
I'm from Reno, Nevada. Yeah,
Nevada. It's crazy.
it's up in the mountains.
Yeah.
You got snowboarding in the winter.
Oh my god.
It's awesome. I don't know if you like winter sports at all. Tahoe.
Do you like Tahoe?
I love it because you can go in the winter and go snowboarding.
And then in the summer,
And
it's
it's cold, but
like how cold is it?
I don't even know. Let's see. Do you know water temperature well? Like if you see like
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool. Lake Tahoe
Summer water temp.
summer. We're gonna add the summer in there. 69 degrees.
that's
and
cold.
77 degrees.
Yeah, that's cold.
Oh, is it cold for water? Okay, that's why I said, do you know water temperature? Because I
Well,
hear it
like,
and I don't know.
69 is pretty cold. So when you get into the 70s, that's like when you know when you go to the pool and you're at a pool and you're like, ooh, this is so refreshing. That's like, but it's still a little cold. That's like 75.
Okay, and then hot tubs. My mom was just in a hot tub that was 104.
Yeah, I go in a 104 hot tub very often.
Oh, I love a hot shower though, and I stay in the shower so long, and like I lay down in the shower, put the.
Me too. I sit in the shower every time I get in. Do you sit?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh!
We're very rare. Most people don't do that. I sit and I love when the shower just hits.
Yeah, it's one of my happy places. I feel like just being
It's
in
one
there.
of my favorite things in the world.
So what else are you cooking up other than this album, which is coming out? I know in March 21st.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm so nervous.
Friends Keep Secrets dropped in 2018. I guess that's the last time you were on a plane when you were doing a music video.
And then I did another one in
21.
21. or
Yeah.
something.
Are you considering this like a full-on Benny Blanco release as well?
Yeah,
Like,
it's both of us.
okay, cool. So it is a double proper full release.
It's a double proper.
Nice.
But
fine.
I don't know. I always get nervous until it comes out because I'm just like, oh my god, I worked on this thing for so long that nobody's heard, and then all of a sudden everyone in the world hears it. You know, it's a strange. It's a very weird feeling.
Is there a lot of pressure when you've had so many like hits in the past that you're like, okay, is this gonna have stuff that resonates?
I think there used to be, but I didn't look at that at all with this. With this, I was just like, oh, I'm making something that like we're gonna have forever, and we're gonna have like in 30 years. Me and Selena can like look at this thing we did like 30 years ago together, and it's like I don't know. I think I just thought it would be so interesting to do something like this.
Yeah, and I know you worked with Finneas on a few songs. You said any other cool names that you guys met up with for this?
Tonight we have a song coming out.
Yes, Call Me When You Break Up.
Yeah, and it's with Gracie Abrams.
Yes.
Call me when you break up. I'm battling the lack of a subject for medication. Tried every obvious replacement.
Which I haven't heard yet. At this point, I haven't heard it, but I'm excited to.
It is so sick. It's so crazy because, okay, I started working with Gracie. I worked with her on some of her first music, and then I put her on my album.
If I'm gonna learn how to love you, I need to unlearn how to love too. Need to unlearn how to run when it feels right. Oh my God, I'm trying.
To see like everything she's doing, and then I remember with Selena just started like following her one day, and she's like, I love this girl, and then she's like looking at all her stuff, and then she was like, do you think she would ever want to do a song with us? And I was like, I don't know, let me ask her. And I asked her, and she was like, oh my God, I love Selena, I love you, blah blah blah.
It's funny
And
how
then-
that works.
And then it like just happened, and the song almost didn't make the project. Like we finished this one like at the very, very end because she was on tour. We recorded this a day before I had to turn everything in.
Oh, wow.
I know, and made a video like the same day.
Oh, so there's been a video done and everything.
Yeah, there's a video. Well, we're in the future. The video's coming out today.
At the tone, please record your message.
Call me when you break up. I wanna be the first one on your mind when you wake up. I miss the way we'd stay up. We talk about forever when I'm taking off my makeup.
That was such a good video, too. I loved that part where they moved. All right, I think that was a good shout out for it. But no, that's cool. So you have Gracie Abrams on it.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing a lot of others are under wrap until more stuff is announced. with it.
There's some other things happening.
I'm excited. What about your upcoming future? When you guys getting married? When's this whole thing happening?
I don't know. I think we're just like so stoked. It's like I'm still like taking in the engagement. We've been moving so quickly and doing so many things that I feel like we're still like just like, whoa, We just got engaged. We're just like a take it one day at a time.
Yeah. Were you nervous when you proposed? So my sister, when my brother-in-law proposed, I was there with hidden camera, hiding behind a bush, and she had no idea. And it was such a cool moment to catch, and he was so nervous. How was your experience with it?
I wasn't nervous until the second she walked in, and then I was like, oh, I was like, what the And I was like, how am I going to get her to say, what? And I blacked out. And then, thank God we filmed it, so I
can remember what happened.
so we can watch it back together. And obviously, I don't think we'll ever show the public that, but it was like a once in a lifetime experience. It was such a adrenaline rush. It was so cool. I can't wait for you to get engaged one day.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And I will show my future engagee. I'll show her this video.
Please watch this video.
Thanks, babe. This one's for you. Do you guys? I've seen you guys mention kids and stuff. I know you want kids in the future down the road, I believe.
Yeah.
So is the father life one that you're looking forward to? That's what your future holds.
I would love that eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, of course. I always wanted to be a dad. Don't you want to be a dad?
I don't believe so.
You don't?
I'm a dog person. I love dogs.
Don't marry this guy, ladies.
He's a dog guy. He keeps his phone volume on.
And he doesn't want kids. Why no kids?
And I don't know. I think
You're not sure yet.
I think what it comes down to is meeting the right person.
Yeah.
I think that changes perspective to marriage, to kids.
Of course.
And with that, though, the new song is out. Yes. The new song is out. It's dropped both songs, I guess. Call Me When You Break Up.
Scared of Loving You. Call Me When You Break Up. Get our album right now. Pre-order it.
I Said I Love You First. Out March 21st. Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez.
And that will wrap up my chat with the one and only Benny Blanco. Benny, thank you so much for taking the time to talk, and I hope that you all enjoyed the chat. I'm also happy to report that now I have finally heard the song he just put out with Selena Gomez and Gracie Abrams, Call Me When You Break Up. Such a good song, and so rad to have heard a bit about how they all got together for this song and how Gracie and Selena were fans of each other. So our interview actually took place on Valentine's Day, though, okay? And that night after we chatted, I saw that Benny surprised Selena with a bathtub filled with Taco Bell nacho cheese. And I laughed out loud when I saw that. He shared a post on Instagram that said, when your fiance isn't much of a flowers girl. And that came hours, just a few short hours after we talked about how they never give you enough cheese dip at Taco Bell. So apart from it being an incredibly loving gesture and a delicious one at that, I think I now know why we get so little cheese dip at Taco Bell, and it's because they've been reserving their cheese dip for Selena's bathtub, which finally it all makes sense now, and at least I get it. I'm like, oh, that's why I haven't been getting enough cheese. And hey, fair enough. I also got a shout out that you need to watch Benny Blanco in the show Dave.
What's up, man? Benny Blanco.
Which I quickly mentioned in our interview, but it is such a good show. It's streaming on Hulu, created by and starring Lil Dicky. It's hilarious. Benny is fantastic, and as you heard us say as we were wrapping up our chat, his album with Selena Gomez, I Said I Love You First, drops March 21st. And thanks to the chat, we know who said it first. We know that Selena said it while she was recovering from anesthesia from a surgery. Don't forget that we have new episodes of the Spout podcast every week where we are chatting with your favorite celebrities, so be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Coming soon, our very own Eric Zachary sat down with country duo Low Cash.
Turn it up and sing along. We all work till the daylight's gone. We all knock off the edge around 5. Fall in love from a kiss on Friday night.
And I just had an awesome interview with San Diego-based indie pop band Almost Monday. Those guys were just wrapping up their U.S. headline tour with a sold-out show here in L.A. at the Echoplex. We chatted in the green room, and it was narrower than a tour bus. The narrowest interview that I have ever done. We were sitting knee to knee, just looking at each other directly, but we had an awesome chat, and they just put out a deluxe version of their latest album, Dive. So keep your eyes peeled for that chat as well. If you're new to the channel, definitely go back and see who we've chatted with in the past, because even just we ended last year year with Gwen Stefani.
Is there ever going to be new No Doubt music?
You know what? Like, you never know what's going to happen next. This is crazy right here.
Hosier.
So how has the bee going process for you been?
I'm really enjoying it. And at first, I didn't know what to make of it. It was a gift that was, it wasn't like I had shown any interest necessarily in beekeeping.
So it came from nowhere.
Came out of nowhere.
And Jelly Rolled.
All right, how many people in here don't have a ticket to the night show? What's that, 20? We'll figure it out. Oh, and now the manager comes out. Yeah. Too late. I just gave away 30 tickets.
To just name a few of the many. So check it out and see if we've chatted with someone that you love. I am once again Nick Major with the Spout Podcast, the show where celebrities spout off about more than what they're famous for. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.